Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is I, the Ravenous Spectre, and this evening we are going to be streaming Resident Evil 2 once again. And I did stream this once before. I've gotten pretty far into just the first campaign that I'm on, which is Leon's, but we're currently in the sewers, so yeah, let's see what type of insanity that we can get into here. A lot of people are claiming that they're able to finish this game in such a record amount of time, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how is that happening? Because, first of all, when they made this game, it's not exactly like the one that came out in 1998. It's not. They've rearranged things. Things are different. You know, they do have some of the same stuff here, but there's a lot of different stuff now. And honestly, man, like, I forgot how many hours I'm into it, but I'm trying to search everywhere I can, do everything that I can think of to do. So, yeah. But I reckon we'll see what'll happen tonight. I already know that I'm going to run into the freaking alligator. And Ada's going to stand her ass in there because she's a pussy. Right, Ada? Right. But I guess any time is good to be able to have the shotgun. So that's what we're doing. Oh, Jesus, Ada. Oh, my God, you freaked me out. Holy shit balls. So her ass was just chilling out over there and suddenly pops up running down the hallway after me. Well, she did say, you go first. So, yeah, I guess I did go first. Alright, Ada, you better have some type of weapons or something on you, woman, because if we run into some shit, you need to be able to hold your own.
Again? It's not too bad. You're stuck with me.
Or are you stuck with her? Oh, it does make one wonder, doesn't it? Oh, hang on one second. I reckon I'm going to have to turn on the stream chat thingy here again, just in case. Earlier tonight, my fiance was streaming Hellblade, and hers showed up just fine, but maybe mine is not tonight. I swear, I don't know if it's YouTube that needs to fix this. JRPG Gaming, greetings, sir. Fancy that. It's not working for me tonight. Shitballs. Yeah, I got the sniffles, man. A little bit of allergy deal, which it really doesn't seem like it's anything that's too different for me. Hold. I don't want to hold. Yeah. We're gonna run into the...
Sure,
yeah.
this is the right way.
It's the gator. It's the gator. Nope, it's not Jesus Christ, it's the gator.
Get out of there!
Hauling ass down the thingy. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit!
Yeah, holy shit is right. There we go. Holy shit. That's all it freaking took? That's...
You overgrown son of a bitch.
Oh, that was fucking amazing. I love that so much. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, that was great. That was great.
Just get up here.
Thanks a lot, Ada. I really do appreciate you helping me, you stupid bitch. Actually, that took lesser amount of time to deal with than I thought that it was, to be honest. Unless there's another one down here somewhere that I don't know about.
You said the virus turned people into monsters, not reptiles.
Fair point. I'm just a monster in one piece.
So let me get this straight. Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military? Somebody else's?
We don't sell the monsters. We sell the viruses that make them. The net is who makes the viruses. As scary as that alligator was, the net is far more dangerous.
Good to know, I guess. Ada, I know you have like a little hacker thingy, hook shot thingamajiggy, whatever, but I know you gotta have some guns on you, because you have in other games in the series. It's kind of funny, the way that I feel about this right now is I really would like to get into giving the original game a shot, to be perfectly honest. I have it digitally on PS3, but I barely have scratched the surface with it. I got it like dirt cheap on a sale some odd years ago, so I haven't really gotten around to really playing it. I know it has the tank controls, which I hate, but I figured I should at least give it a shot. Try to acclimate myself a bit to it, if you will.
Not by yourself.
And that hurt. Need to dispose of it. We're here for the G-Virus. It's like
Damn, she looks ugly.
Hey,
Stop! You'll never get the G-Virus! Didn't expect that from a scientist.
Damn it, Leon.
forget about me. Just go. Stop her before she gets me.
Now I guess it's my turn to play as Ada. Yep, here she goes, getting rid of the trench coat, and the red dress comes out. Bow chicka wow wow. I didn't expect that to happen.
That's how long it must be lost.
Otherwise known as Umbrella Headquarters.
Once it's over, call for a strategy.
And to my knowledge, you never really know. You never really know who Ada is really working for, I think, throughout the series. I don't think you ever really did. Like, I think that she was working for some other shadow underground organization or something that wasn't Umbrella, and I don't know. I wrote the Resident Evil story series in general can be kind of confusing. Not as bad as Kingdom Hearts, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to be streaming Kingdom Hearts as well. I'll be glad when I finally get that. Not necessarily sure when I'll stream it. I may stream it the first day I get it. I don't plan on it being here on release day. They said that I'll get it Friday, but I still get my $10 in rewards points with Best Buy, so that gives me, I think, like a $10 gift certificate or something, like later down the line after I've reached enough points or whatever, so I can use that towards another future purchase. Track wiring and HAP equipment, yeah. Aim and hack.
Secret weapon.
Secret weapon time. Oh, I gotta hold it down. Ooh, that was pretty. I think you did, man. I think you did, but no, no. Ethereal behemoth, not armored behemoth. You may have ended up sending it to somebody else who had armored behemoth, but it's ethereal behemoth. ETHEREAL. Yeah, ATHEREA. I had to get my spelling right. Ooh, big old buggy. Somebody call an exterminator. Oh god, it has to fly towards the screen, doesn't it? Can't do that yet. Oh, this one, never mind. What's up, bitch? Well, hopefully he's dead. I don't know, these zombies are weird. They'll take 5,000 gunshots to the face and still get up. Which is stupid. Somebody ended up making the excuse I saw in the video a couple days ago. It's like, as we all know, the human skull is very thick, so you have to shoot it in just the right spot to be able to have there be any type of real killing damage. Blah, 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 blah. It's freaking zombies, for Christ's sake, man. It's not real. Don't you think with them being zombies, their skull would have rotted away quite a bit, for crying out loud? Quit trying to make it seem like it's real. I just kind of shook my head when that dude ended up talking about that. I was just like, get real, dude. Good grief. Good. Perfectamundo. And I noticed something too. I don't know if in the original one, if she in the original game, if she had a long red dress or if it was a short one. I'm not sure. Can't turn it on, obviously. Okay. I guess you can pretty much. Stay down. Alright, got me an invitation. And it's a party chat. Let's go to the party. Oh, wait a minute. So, was that you that always had been sending me those party invites? I didn't know who that was. I was not aware of this. Hello? Hello? Oh, it's okay. Hey, how's it going, man? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know why PSN chat's been all screwed these past few days. I don't know.
I do know their YouTube thingy's really screwed up. That's for daggum sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can trying to see how I can increase audio. Let's see. Here we go. Microphone level. Let's see. Okay, let me go back. Is that better?
Oh yeah, it's been fine ever since, actually, from my end.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was streaming with another buddy, and I guess they could barely hear my audio. I guess because he had his like TV going and whatnot. We've already got attendees for this year's Comic-Con in June, but I'm gonna wait to reserve because you know how celebrities are; they could cancel. I was gonna meet Sean Chimmel last year, but he had to cancel, and Eric Vale, the voice of Trunks, took his place and met I think I told you I met Christopher Sabat last year, Vegeta. He was really nice.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the voice actors for the movie Hocus Pocus is going to be here in June, which is awesome.
Oh jeez. Who is it?
Hard to believe they celebrated their big 2.5 anniversary. That's neat.
Yeah, that is true. My golly, that movie has gotten old fast.
I know. I feel old. I'm 35 now. I feel old.
yeah. I'm gonna reach the big 3.5 myself this year too, so I can relate.
I was talking with Best Buy the other day. You might want to talk with like your store general manager, like the more people who say, we want GCU back or some kind of like successor. That's really the only way we're gonna make this happen.
Oh geez, yeah, that would be good. Or somebody would put out petitions or something like that to be able to make that happen. I mean, I don't know how much that would work, but it would be good if there's a way to do it.
Oh, did you hear about some guy here in Mississippi had started a petition, even though he stopped it maybe 2 days ago, about the Saints, and I forgot who it was they were playing against that that bullshit call. I imagine you heard about it.
No, I haven't.
Well, anyway, it was like two of the guys butted heads, and so the ref didn't call any foul or whatever, and but then later we find out that the ref was fined because that play should have been redone. a lot of people were really pissed off about that. But anyway, a guy here in Mississippi started a change.org petition. They got over I want to say 750,000 signatures. Even though nothing happened, which I knew it wouldn't. The guy's gonna forward the signatures to the NFL. So that's pretty awesome that many people made their voice heard. So I thought that was awesome.
Oh yeah, that is pretty sweet. Hopefully that'll actually come around and there'll be something positive to come out of it. I don't follow sports or anything, so I didn't really hear anything about it.
I don't either. I just signed it, and after watching the footage, I saw it was bull crap. I'll try to find the video clip and let you see it. Yeah, it was bogus, and the ref was fined, so I thought that was something. And the NFL said they're going to change their policies or whatever, so at least something good came out of it.
Yeah, that is true.
I think I don't know if I told you this. I almost met Bill Goldberg one time. We have a Bass Pro Shops down here in our town, and he was supposed to come here one year, but unfortunately at the cancel. I was like, oh.
Oh, Goldberg.
I don't think he'll ever come to a Comic-Con or anything like that. I would have to go to some other event to try to meet him.
I've been walking.
Do they have a? Do you have a Comic-Cons yearly where you're at, or no?
Yeah, actually, there's me and my fiance actually recently went to one. As a matter of fact, sometime last year, I forgot exactly when it was, but we went to one that was in the town that we're staying in. And it was honestly really nice. Like, we got there when they first opened up. Everything was really cool, but it seemed like as the day wore on, there was even better vendors that were showing up, and more people were showing up and all that. So it was like the first one that I ever went to, and I dressed up as Connor from Assassin's Creed 3, and she dressed up as Altair from Assassin's Creed 2, because she's never played an Assassin's Creed game before, but her parents had one in their costume shop, so she went ahead and I said, well, let's just go as a pair of assassins from the Assassin's Creed series. And she's like, yeah, this works fine with me.
So, how many more games you gonna try and buy before your GCU runs out?
Well, I think I'm just going to take it as easy as I can, because I mean it doesn't end. It doesn't end until the end of August for me.
August, yeah.
So I'm going to just keep it as steady as I can, and then finally, when it comes time for it to get close to that point, I'm really going to think ahead about all the games that are going to be releasing, and I'm going to try to put down as many pre-orders as I can to get the most out of it before it finally goes kaput.
Yeah, and you might find this kind of funny. Like, I'm glad I pre-ordered my Tales of Despair remaster copy like months ago. Like, the initial pre-order stock had sold out like crazy, and so I had to go to GameStop to reserve some PS4 and Xbox One copies because Best Buy was sold out.
Oh, jeez. This is what this is. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know it's. I mean, to me that's a good thing because it shows Namco, that a lot of us wanted the PS3 version from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. Was crazy.
You were starting to say something.
Excuse me. Yeah. This was really, really stupid. It made no sense to me. I ended up going there the night before it released, and I said, okay, I want to be able to pre-order this. They went to look it over, and the guy said, okay, he said, we have some that's in the back. And I'm like, are they going to sell it to me right now before street date? So I'm standing there, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to put $5 down for it, in case they don't bring it out to me. And the guy comes back out, he says, well, we got 3 copies in the back, and he said, you can go ahead and put down a pre-order for it. He said the minimum you can do is 5. So I went ahead and did that for 2 copies because I got a copy for our friend Heather and Brooke so that they could have a copy. It was just something nice that me and my fiance wanted to do for them because we knew they were big JRPG fans and whatnot. So we ended up getting them. I pre-ordered them that night, went there the next day to go and get them, but we called before we left. Now the woman who answered the phone had said, yeah, we have them in. And we're like, okay. So we go there to the store. As soon as I walk in the store, I see that there's only 2 PS4 copies. They had some Switch ones too, but I just saw there was 2 PS4 copies that was sitting right there in the rack, and I just went ahead and grabbed them up and picked them up just for the simple fact that if they had
I think your voice cut out.
Oh shit. Dadgummit. My freaking can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, my freaking control. I don't know what's up with my controller, man. I think I might need to get a new one because this one has a tendency to just go out randomly, and the battery isn't even low on it at all. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, you were saying you grabbed 3 copies and then you cut out.
Yeah, I grabbed the 2 copies and I went up there to the customer service and they were looking it over and they ended up saying, where it shows here we don't have any PS4 copies. And my fiance was there. She's like, he's got 2 of them right here. And and she said what's showing in our computer that they aren't in here? She said, I don't know why that is. And she and my fiance was like, she was like, oh my lord. And she says, I'm not going to say anything. And I'm thinking, please don't say anything, because I mean, obviously she didn't know nothing about it. Obviously it was something that was a screw up in their system, I suppose. But I went ahead and got them then and there, and everything was okay. But that Best Buy that I went to was just so weird. I'm like, what the heck is up with this? This makes no sense. It's like, you're telling me, it was basically like that night, like they were telling me like, hey, we'll go ahead and sell you these, but we can't really. It kind of made me seem like he was going to give them to me before street date, and then I go and get there the next day. We call them, they say they have them, and then we go up there like, oh, we don't have them. I'm like, I got them here in my hand. That was just weird.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I saw tons of people like on eBay with like copies. I saw one as early as the 4th, and I saw another guy, he had like probably 3 copies of each Xbox One, PS4, and Switch as early as the 7th.
Jeez.
And eBay and eBay's like, we don't care. So I forwarded, it to Namco's copyright department. I imagine they probably didn't do anything, but it's funny how eBay doesn't care, but they'll listen to Nintendo and take down like modded like NES minis and SNES minis and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy how stuff like that works.
Yeah, and I would stay off YouTube while you're playing Kingdom Hearts 3. I know you're on the stream, but just to avoid like spoilers and stuff. Oh, you do know you're gonna have to download like the ending and epilogue, right?
I heard about that. Yeah, that is like so incredibly stupid.
I know, that's so stupid.
I just never. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's him. I didn't know he was coming around the corner. This is not good. Yeah, this isn't good.
Oh, so you have a. I was gonna say this is like a. Oh, what I was gonna say was, do you have any bullets or anything on you, or?
Yeah, I do. The only thing is that I've only got
He's
like
immune?
a handful of them. Yeah, he's immune. You can knock him down. Yeah, you can stun him to get by him, but you can't. Oh my God, it's all the way over there. Are you serious? I can't go that way. Well, I think Ada's gonna die. I may have to end up starting this over, because I heard something coming, and I'm like, what the heck is that? I was like, I know it can't be him, but no, it's him. I thought he was like banging on the door or something, but nope.
Yeah, I've forgotten I sent you a friend invite. I forget it shows like real names if you put like a close friend request on it. That's why I didn't recognize I already had sent you a friend request some time ago.
I must have accepted it, but I just didn't. I guess I just didn't think about it or something at some point in time. And I probably had accepted, and then I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I was a. Oh gosh, where the heck is this thing?
Yeah, I got the Final Fantasy X and 12 remasters coming out for Switch in April, but I'm probably gonna pass on those. But I'm definitely getting 7 whenever that comes out this year.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that for sure.
And
when it
honestly, I don't think we're gonna see Final Fantasy VII remake this generation. To be honest, my gut says no.
Well, I've already heard rumors about the PS5 coming out here soon, so
yeah,
like within another year or two, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna see PS5 until 2020 earliest, because Sony already said they're not going to be at E3 this year, so.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think they've ever gone on E3 where they've ended up missing.
Yeah, I think this is the first year they've ever done that. So I'm just gonna wait and see what Nintendo brings to the table, and everybody's all pissed off because Metroid Prime 4 has basically been scrapped and they're starting over.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think like Retro Studios is taking it over,
Yeah,
who had
they're
done the original
yeah.
trilogy. But
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Maybe they can get. I was having a discussion with a friend of mine about it, and I was saying, well, man, because he was kind of upset because he's like, well, they have all these new people at Retro now. They don't have the older folks there, and he said they probably may end up messing it up. I said, well, let's just have some faith in them. I said, regardless of who makes it, you always know we're going to have new people coming into the industry. So
Yeah, that's why the people who were originally Rare made ukulele.
yeah, I really wasn't too big of a fan of ukulele. I got a little ways into it, and I remember I streamed it a bit, but ultimately I was just like,
Yeah,
dude.
I remember you. Was it the Great Rip? Oh, you stupid!
Yeah, I remember that. It took me forever because I was like, what the freaking hell do I do? And then I found out, oh, wait a second here. This doesn't make any sense because I wasn't I just wasn't paying attention to it. I wasn't utilizing one of my actual skills that I had with the stupid gecko to be able to get up there to where I needed to. So I was overly frustrating myself for no reason because I wasn't thinking.
And a lot of people are excited for Bloodstain whenever that finally comes out.
Yeah, I've seen some of the demos I've seen of that. It doesn't seem like it impresses me too much, but I guess hopefully they'll show some more later on where it can get more exciting, because from what I've seen so far, it just seems like it's bland. But I guess maybe they're doing that on purpose. They're just trying to tease a little bit of gameplay footage and not trying to get into like the real exciting nitty-gritty stuff until it gets close to release, I think.
Yeah. And there's also a good Zelda clone coming. I forgot the name of the company that did this Kickstarter, but it's called Hazelnut Battle, and they're also giving a free NES style like freebie to those who backed it. So if you, oh yeah, you have a Switch. If a buddy of mine doesn't want it, I'll let you have it.
Oh, okay, that's sweet. Yeah, that works for me. I really do appreciate it. I've heard about it too. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I've just seen some screenshots of it though, but I haven't gotten around to seeing if there was any like video footage or nothing like that. It looks like it's really colorful though. I love like those top-down, colorful 2D action RPGs. Well, I got Moonlighter today, so I guess that makes sense because that game is basically like that. It's nice and colorful and has those nice pixel kind of graphics going on with it. So
yeah, I've noticed indies have been doing very well lately. Just like Axiom Verge, of course, was a Metroid Metroid clone, and you got a 28XX, which was basically a Mega Man X clone of sorts.
yeah, what was it? I had what was it? No, I didn't get it. I thought I got it, but I didn't. The Axiom Verge thing, they had like that special edition that was like for Switch or something, and I thought about getting that at one point, but I just didn't because it was like it was reasonably priced, especially like with GCU, it probably takes some money off of it, but it was reasonably priced, but it was like I think it had like a map in it, the soundtrack, the game, something else. I actually made a mistake. Oh, I did get Axiom Verge at one point. I had to take it back because what it was I accidentally got the freaking PC version at GameStop, and I wasn't aware that it was a PC version. I just didn't think about it. I was like, oh, there's this cool steelbook thing here. I want to get this, and I thought it was for PS4, honestly. And it had like that extra stuff in it and whatnot. And I looked at it and I'm like, this is not the freaking PS4 version. I was like, oh my god, this is a PC version. So I took it home. And looked through it and everything. I just went ahead and ripped the soundtrack and then put it back together and took it back to GameStop and got my money back. But at least I had the soundtrack. But the soundtrack to me wasn't anything really to write home about. I mean, probably playing it during the game it would be because it would bring some ambience to it, you know. But as far as like just listening to it, like if you're driving a car or whatever, I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, I think the PS4 version's still on, I think, a flash sale right now. I think it's $9.99 if you have a Plus.
Oh yeah, I don't have Plus.
Well, even if you don't, I think it's like $12, which is still good because it's normally, I think, 20.
This definitely isn't good.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Oh no, timer.
I hate timers in games. I truly do. I never look at the timers either. I never look at them because if I do, I'll panic way too much. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
If I die, dude. I'm just like, I don't even care. It's like I'm not even thinking about it right now. Get the hell out of here. There we go. Where in the world is it? Well, there wasn't any way for me to go that way. Oh, wait a minute. The wristband. I forgot about the wristband.
Oh, I see the timer went away. Did you get a game over or something?
Oh, no. I got it. I got through it. Trying to see what this wristband thingy is here, though. That's electronic key.
I love going back and rewatching some of your old stuff, especially your Crash 2 video. That's crazy that people were charging like crazy amounts of money for that steelbook freebie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, people were charging. Some sellers were charging $30 for that RE2 steelbook.
That's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
That's stupid.
What really sucks. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
I was just gonna say that's overkill. That should be like 10, maybe 15 at most.
Yeah, actually, the value of it was $10. That's what it said when I ended up getting it. When I had pre-ordered Resident Evil 2, it's like, oh, you'll get this steelbook with it being a value of $10. But when I got the steelbook, the friggin' thing had some dents in the back of it. It had 2 like slight scratches in the back of it. I know it's free, but I don't freaking care if it's free. The daggum thing, I mean, I don't want somebody to ship me a crappy product regardless of whether it's being free or not. So I called them about it yesterday, and they told me, they said, oh, well, I really don't know how to handle this, so I'm going to let my supervisor give you a call either today or tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, that's a load of BS. Guess what? They didn't call yesterday, and they didn't call today. So I'm going to call tomorrow and find out what the hell is going on, because I'm just like, you could at least tell me, oh, there's nothing we could do about it. One of the options they did give me, though, they said, oh, well, the Best Buy that's near you actually has some in stock, so you can actually go and get it. But I was just going to tell them I didn't have a way to get there. But honestly, I mean, I didn't feel like going and driving 30 minutes just to go and switch out a steelbook and come back, to be perfectly honest. I mean,
yeah, thankful ours is about between 15 to 20 minutes away, which is not bad. But yeah, a couple years ago when last year rather, when Fallout 76 came out, unfortunately I couldn't pick up that one. That had to be shipped, and when all they did was put it like in a bubble mailer and ship it. And of course, you know, steelbooks are not good for bubble mailers, so there's not very much protection, and it got dent, so I had to go take it and get an exchange and show that it had a dent in it. But thankfully RE2, I could just pick that up at the store, which is nice.
yeah, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was just like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I mean, I just thought to myself, because yeah, they put that in the bubble mailer also. The funny thing was that the game itself was in a large bubble mailer. Why did they put small, just regular sized games in freaking large bubble mailers? One of my friends ended up having that happen to him, and he hates that so much because of the fact it doesn't make it tight and secure, and there's a chance that the disc could come loose and rattle around in there. I mean, I know it takes a lot to actually damage Blu-ray discs, because I guess they're made of like a different technology or material than DVDs are, because DVDs can scratch so easily, but that's still not the point. I've seen Blu-rays actually get slight scratches in them before from them being loose inside of the case like that. But when it's inside of when it's tighter and it's inside of a smaller bubble mailer, even though they're cheap, it does hopefully have better tendency to be able to hold it in there instead of it rattling around everywhere inside of a larger envelope. So the game was in there, it didn't come loose, but you mean to tell me the steelbook was in a tiny bubble mailer and ended up getting those scratches and dents in it? That doesn't make any sense to me. To be honest, I think it was already like that before they even shipped it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I charged 15 when I sold my steelbook on eBay, and I put it in a good sturdy box and wrapped it in probably a good layer of bubble wrap with a little bit of extra padding so it would be well protected.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's a good thing that I'll let you finish what you were saying.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's you know, it's good to know that there's people that out there that really know how to package some of this stuff instead of just throwing it in there and flinging it into the mail.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing that really bugs me is like part-time sellers who use, I work a normal 9 to 5 job, and I bought like a copy of a Wolfenstein 3D for a friend of mine who runs a booth at a flea market. And of course, we clean games and test them before we give them to them. And anyway, the buyer's like, well, I won't be able to ship it for a week. So I mean, you know, I was nice and gave him good feedback, but I gave him a 1 like on the shipping time and one other thing, because it's I'm trying to think. The shipping date, item is described, communication, and I forgot what the other 4th little thing is. But anyway, I just let him put them in the feedback. I said, you know, I know most people work a 9 to 5 job, but you need some improvement, buddy. So I was just nice about it. I just don't like, you know, part-time sellers that use, you know, I'll work a job as an excuse. Even part-timers need to take selling seriously.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, if you're going to sell something to somebody, you need to be able to get it out to them as soon as possible. You can't just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to wait until this long period of time. Well, then you're going to wait to get your money then if that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez. Because, like, the Mega Man 11 I'm selling to a friend of mine actually that I went to school with, actually, I already sold it. Because I got Mega Man 11 because I was like, well, I never tried out a Mega Man game before, so I'm going to give it a shot. I got it for, like, 14-something at Target. It was like a repackage. Basically, it was brand new. And I went ahead and gave it a shot. Could not get into it to save my life. I realize now the Mega Man series isn't for me, even playing it on the easiest mode. And I told myself, well, I'm just going to go ahead and sell it. So I sold it to, a trophy. I sold it to a friend of mine I went to school with, and he said that he'd go ahead and buy it from me. So I went ahead and sold it for $17, basically just to get my money back and to go ahead and pay for shipping and handling. I'm gonna ship that off to him tomorrow before I go to work. He already paid me for it, so. But I'm gonna try to. I always aim to keep those things as secure as I possibly can and as tight as I can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and at least our local Best Buy is nice. They let me check to see if discs are loose. I think we've only had like 2 discs were like loose. It was one of the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 collection for PS4, and I think like one other game. And the manager, he was nice, and he let us exchange those.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that's not like their fault. Whoever like the, you know, companies that ship them, they of course get bounced around during shipping. So if it's like, you know, like that when they receive it, it's not their fault. So they send it back to the company or their big warehouse or whatever.
Yeah. I actually was planning on trying out the other Mega Man games, like the collections they came out with for like the Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and also the X Collection. Yeah. But I went ahead and decided against it.
I was going to say probably the first collection. The X games might be easier for you.
Yeah, they're definitely more colorful.
Bit easier. They're a lot more forgiving. Because you know how old school like NES games are.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a friend of mine who's a big fan of the series, and he told me, he said He said, play Mega Man 2 and get good. He and I always joke about the get good thing. We always joke about that because we think it's so incredibly stupid. Actually, there was a video that caused him to subscribe to me where I was talking about people saying get good. I was like, get good, well, fuck you. And he just cracked up about it and subscribed to me, and he and I became friends over that one video, and he shared it with a few other friends of his. I said, well, dude, I just think it's so incredibly dumb. I said, it just seems to me like, regardless of what people's skill level is, they should just enjoy games for enjoying them. It doesn't matter if you're playing the easiest game or you're playing the hardest game. It doesn't freaking matter. You know, I hate when people do that.
That's why I think speed running is so stupid.
Speed running just makes me go, what the piss happened here? You know, because people are finding all these different like freaking cheats and hacks and finding ways to get through all these different things, and I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me, man. But anyways, some of those speed run things that I've seen like on Twitch and whatnot amaze me. I'm just like, this is nuts. I was like, they must be playing like a hacked version of the game or something.
Yeah. Especially, I don't know why people speedrun RPGs, because they're meant to be, like, enjoyed. I mean, I can understand something like a shooter or like a platformer. I can understand those, but RPGs are meant to be enjoyed. They're long for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, I wouldn't even know where to begin with speedrunning an RPG. I really don't, because there could be, like, a lot of mechanics involving that. What the hell?
Yeah, because you got to know like what precise level to be at for that boss and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, a video cassette. Maybe it's got a porno on it.
Oh yeah, I remember the good old days of like watching blurry wrestling pay-per-views where the screen be all blurry, and I remember the old days of pay-per-view as well, where you actually had to rent the box and return it. I did that for a wrestling pay-per-view a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that back in the day. It's like I think I saw. It's like it's funny because like you couldn't see it, but you could hear everything that was going on. I'm like, at least I'm listening to it. Damn it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did that one time for a pay-per-view. I think it was like $35. Granted, the WWE Network is a much better deal nowadays, and if I was still a diehard wrestling fan, I would get it, and even to me, it would still be worth it, even just to watch the old classic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't bother watching much anymore, but it's great that Daniel Bryan came back. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Mm-hmm. I remember everybody saying, yes, yes.
Yeah, of course he's a heel now, and we haven't finished watching the Royal Rumble. I mean, we were too busy streaming and playing games tonight to even worry about it.
Oh, he's a heel now. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, when's the last time you watched wrestling?
Oh, it's been a long time, probably a good 2-3 years maybe.
Okay, yeah, there's been a lot of changes then, if that's the case. I've actually kind of gotten, I hate to say it, but I actually have gotten kind of out of watching wrestling, to be honest, as much as I don't watch it as religiously as I used to. My dad actually used to tell me that I was going to church every single time I watched wrestling, because I was just like, oh my God, Dad, really? It's like, oh, it's time for church, because I watched it so religiously, but I guess that does make sense if you watch it religiously and he's calling it church. But I was so into it back then, and nowadays I'm just not.
I was just going to say real quick, I think that's so great that you and your dad had like a close relationship. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we definitely did. He, not really, my dad was weird also when it came to wrestling. It's like there'd be times where he'd be like, "Oh, this is stupid," or "Oh, this is cool," or "Oh, this is dumb." And then we went to like a couple different wrestling events with one another, and it was, it was really cool. But it was funny because like at some points it seemed like he would be into it, and then other times it seemed like he wouldn't be into it. And I'm like, Dad, we're at a live event here, And back then, of course, it was like really crazy and insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now they called it with the PG era now. I think because now they can't really be as like edgy as they used to be.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons is because they don't have any competition. So since they don't have competition, they can't really edge it out as much as they want to. What the hell is that sound?
But I tell you, the Attitude Era was probably when wrestling was like at its peak.
Oh yeah, man, it absolutely was. Oh my dear sweet Jesus, what is that? A massive... Oh, I'd seen some video of this. I know what it is, but I didn't know it was making sounds like that.
I remember the Monday Night Wars too.
Yep, that's where it was at, man. That's exactly where it was at. Because you would have so much controversy and things that was going on back then. Monday nights was a force to be reckoned with when it came to pro wrestling. I mean, it really was back then.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of seeing Brock Lesnar is still being champion though.
Oh, good, he's dead. Oh, yeah. What the hell was that? Oh, it's a zombie. It's okay, he can't get to me at the moment.
But yeah, anyway, what I was saying, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Brock Lesnar as champion because he don't really care about the belt. All he cares about is money.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know what happened tonight with his championship match. I'm pretty much guessing that he probably won. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, pretty much. I just read the thing on IG, and I knew he was. I mean, in my opinion, WWE is going to let him keep the belt for as long as they seem fit. So they're the ones who called the shots. So.
Yeah, it just really doesn't make sense though, because it's not being defended like it should. It's like, oh, Brock Lesnar is just an attraction. He'll defend the belt at like every pay-per-view, but he won't wrestle on Monday nights or Thursday nights. It's just like it almost seems like the championship is just throwaway at the moment, really, when it comes to that stuff.
It's like why even have him champion?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh my gosh, Vince, what are you doing? And of course, Vince is still the boss, So whenever he either kicks the bucket or steps down, will be when Triple H and Stephanie take over. And I guess Shane, I don't know really what Shane's doing, but he left the company for a while and then came back. So
yeah.
I really don't know what his stake is in the company, but I do know that whenever Vince goes to the ring in the sky, or
wrestling grave in the sky,
yeah, exactly, or go to the nursing home or wherever the hell he's going to go, then that's when they'll take over. So I guess then we'll see what happens there. NXT is really cool though. Triple H was the one that I think that came up with that idea, and it's really been a big hit with the fans. So that's probably like the only real show I think that WWE puts out that I even really care about in terms of really watching any kind of wrestling related stuff. But WWE is just like, it'll have its moments, man, but it's nowhere near like what it used to be. No. It's nowhere near it.
No, honestly, it's not. And a lot of these new guys, like I said, I'm like, eh. But it was great, like the past 3 or 4 years ago when they brought back some of the classic guys, and they even had a special I think it was 25th, I believe, anniversary of Raw. They brought back a lot of the classic guys, and they even went old school for a day, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was definitely something. when they would really try to bring back a sense of nostalgia when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, but I wasn't really a fan of Brock Lesnar beating the Undertaker's undefeated streak. They should just let him retire undefeated and leave it as that.
Well, now I gotta go and look at this video to see exactly what it is that I need to unlock for this safe thing here. I was doing this the last time I streamed this stuff, so that I can make sure I get every safe that I possibly can.
A buddy of mine was saying that Capcom's possibly planning more remakes, so I'm guessing they're gonna probably remake 3 probably next. And
yeah, I've been hearing about that, about it already being in production.
Yeah, development, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that sucks though is the fact that they already got the Tyrant. They got Mr. X following you around at different points in this freaking game. And then I'm like, well, you're already doing this with Tyrant, so when you make the third one, you're going to do it with Nemesis too? I mean, I don't know what the heck they're going to do, if they're going to try to rearrange stuff or what the heck is going to go on. But I'm thinking that the third one probably, I guess, maybe within the next couple of years or so, we'll probably see it in production, I imagine. I think so,
yeah,
anyways.
And since we got a Crash and Spire remake, in my opinion, even though this series wasn't as well loved as, say, Resident Evil, I think Dino Crisis 1 and 2 should get like a remaster for modern systems.
Yeah, I agree. I actually had heard that there's apparently the Dino Crisis license has been renewed. So, and same goes for Parasite Eve too.
And a buddy of mine was saying also, another one was saying that Devil May Cry was originally going to be Resident Evil 4, but it ended up becoming its own like series entirely.
Yep, it was supposed to be a Resident Evil game. I have no idea what exactly they would do with it, but then they just went ahead and made it its own thing.
I love the Devil May Cry anime. If you haven't watched it, you should. The only downside, it's only like, I think, 13 episodes.
Yeah, I've seen, actually I used to have it and then I sold it. I don't know why I sold it. I'm stupid. It was either that or I saw it on Netflix, or saw a couple episodes on Netflix. Oh, put the tape in here.
Yeah, I think I told you I met John Young Bosch about 3 years ago. He did the voice for was it Nero and Ari and Devil, I mean not RE4, but Devil May Cry 4, excuse me.
Oh, sweet. I wonder if he's going to do the same this year for the characters.
Probably. He's very talented at what he does. When I met him, I told him, I said, you are the main reason why I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because he was the voice of Zero for that game, even though there's other people who have voiced the character before he did it.
Yeah.
And this is a funny story. You'll love this. Anyway, I get to the final boss, after like the several regular matches with Galactus, and the first phase is like you fight a basically like clone of yourself, and then the second phase is like his hand is out there, so you're like fighting it, and he like just flicks you away, and my mom's like kind of jokingly laughing at me. I was like, shut up! And so I get past that phase, and then the final phase is you actually fight him yourself, and then the character you actually get the finishing blow of is the one that you see the ending for.
Oh jeez.
But I did download Ultimate for the PS4, which has all like the DLC and stuff. I'm hoping that Capcom and like Disney and Fox and whoever owns like all the like the Marvel licensing stuff can work out some kind of like deal for the big 25th anniversary in a few years, so we can get some kind of like compilation, because you know how some series are, once they get pulled from PSN, the physical copies go up like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like what they ended up doing on WB's website, where they went and had where any digital copies from now on, when it deals with the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit Lego games, you can't download them anymore. I mean, if you have them digitally or physically, you got them forever, but you can't buy them there anymore, which is just ridiculous. I don't know why they took those down like that.
I know, that's why I hate digital games. I mean, I'll happily buy indies, but because you know you download delete games to free up space, but servers only stay up for a certain amount of time, and if you're too late, you're basically screwed.
Yeah, that is true. Well,
it's like I don't know if you. I was gonna say, I don't know if you have your Wii. They're gonna be shutting down the online store in a few days.
Oh yeah, I still got I got a Wii and a Wii U.
Okay, you probably need to make sure all your stuff is downloaded, because after the 30th, the Wii store is going bye-bye.
Is that for Wii U or both Wii and Wii U?
Just the original Wii store.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then.
Unless you did the whole transfer thing.
I got like a few games off of the Wii store and I think the Wii U store, but I think they're actually on my system, though I haven't gone and gotten rid of them or anything like that, because I rarely had played on either one of them. Anyways, I've been going at this for an hour already, so I'm kind of at my sweet spot, so I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream now. I'll stay on chat with you for a few minutes after I get off the stream, but I just want to go ahead and end the stream at the moment. I do appreciate everybody coming out and people watching the archive version and so on and so forth, and I reckon I'll be back again tomorrow night. I don't know what I'll be streaming, but it'll be something, and I'll go ahead and I'll end this like I always do. Later, taters, and have a lovely, lovely evening. Yada, 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 yada.